And hello, my fellow nerds. This is Oracle Nerd here, and welcome back once again to our Wonderland Remastered Steam release. So last time we came around, we found Gidget, and well, things are going a little bit differently than last time. But anyways, Drink Up Boys is on the house. A lusty woman in a flower print dress and a white apron slams two extra large beers down on the table in front of Gento and I. Don't mind if I do. Gento promptly grabs his and downs about half a glass. I don't touch my own. Somehow, the thought of alcohol only serves to twist my stomach further. I place my hands tentatively around the base of the mug, as though I am planning on drinking and just haven't found the opportunity yet. The inn is bustling with patrons. Men playing cards, groups of friends hanging, laughing and drinking. Even a table that far from us, who I can only assume are fans of Gidget. They sit watching us, scribbling down notes at our every action. It's a cozy place, music sprinkling in through the old phonograph, warm candles beaming down from wooden chandeliers overhead. Stairs in the corner lead up to what I can only assume are overnight rooms you can book at the counter. Sure, I didn't have anything like this when we were kids. Gizzo laughs and wastes his mouth. I glance around, taking in the ambience. I mean, I guess we did always know this place changed. They always just kind of knew what you needed, even beyond wishes. I mean. Gizzo crosses his fingers over his heart and lowers his head. Thank you for know what I need. He probably takes another swig. I turn my attention back to Gidget. She's just watching the two of us, her face strangely blank. I try to bring her into the conversation. So, how long have you been down here then? Kinda seems like you made yourself a home. This brings a strange smile to her face. She curls a lock of her hair around her finger. I'm not even sure at this point. I haven't been keeping track, you know. Everyone loves me so much down here. Guess I kind of lost in. I get kind of lost in all of it sometimes. The curse of being popular, you know. I force a smile. Right. Dang, talk about night and day. Here, Iggy and I were treated like public enemy number 1 and 2 the moment we arrived. Genzo's eyes go wide. Gidget just shrugs. Oh? That'll happen, I suppose. Only enough room for one goddess down here. Probably saw you as anomalies to be eliminated. I laugh. I'm joking, of course. My brow twitches. Of course. But now you're here. Right where you're meant to be, So you can just relax. The way her eyes go razor focus at this, staring straight through me, sends chill up my spine. I had to turn my gaze away. Pretty sure Iggy's not meant to be anywhere. Gendo grumbles, nursing his beer. He can make his own damn decisions. Is that so? Didn't seem like you were giving him much of a chance to make his own decisions earlier. What are you talking about? Practically throwing yourself at him back in the pier? It's disgusting, is what it was. Lead him away from everyone so you could have him all to yourself? I took the guy to a fucking bench. Is that a crime? You tired him out with all your fucking Wonderland's next top model bullshit. All I could do is look back and forth between them with each new riposte. My brows reaching for my hairline. Who knows what else you already done to him? Probably turned him against me, got him all confused. Gives his face twist in disbelief. He raises his hands, glancing around the room as though looking for some kind of fleeting explanation. Turned him against... He doesn't even finish. What am I, the Pied fucking Piper? Ginger leaps to her feet, slamming her hands down on the table. Do you even know what I've had to go through? What I've had to do? The sacrifices I've had to make? What have you done, Genzo? You're nothing but a drunken loser who never went to college. She gestures towards him with a fling of her wrist. I mean, just look at what you've done for yourself. You can't even take care of yourself, let alone someone else. The color drains from his face. He simply sits there frozen. Why would I say nothing at this point? Stand up for Genzo. I have no idea what any of this is about, but just so you know, Genzo's done a whole lot. He started up his own business, for crying out loud. Genzo glances at me for the briefest of moments, his lips pressed tight. As if that's hard, Gidget just huffs. You did the same thing. Besides, his is just a shady little shop that no one cares about. That's not true. A lot of... It's okay, Iggy. Gidget winces, smiles, scratches the back of his neck. I don't even know why we're arguing, to be honest. This is stupid. She just smiles, but it's not a friendly smile. Her eyes narrow into slits, and she brings a hand to her mouth with a tiny giggle. More like pointless, really. But yes, this is a this is supposed to be a happy occasion, yes? You two joining me down here? We should be celebrating. She slides back into her seat and crosses her legs with an over-embellished swoop. I don't miss the way the side of her foot brushes against my calf in the process. On the opposite end of the table, Genzo stared down at his beer. He seems to have lost his earlier enthusiasm. Now, where were we? Oh, right, your plans, of course. You are going to stay here with me, right? Me, yes. You'd absolutely love it here. I stuck my lower lip between my teeth. That's not really. I mean, we thought we'd look for. You absolutely must see the studio. I still can't believe what they were able to do within such a short amount of time. Absolutely breathtaking optics. Gidget, we're not. And then of course there's the housing situation. I'm sure we can work something out. I mean, you can always just stay with me, but I'm not sure what we'll do with Gidget. Gidget just blinks, smiles, cocks her head. What is it, Iggy? I throw a glance at Genzo for help, but for once in his life he's silent, looking mildly as though someone's just killed his dog. I open my mouth, then wince when I bring a hand to my forehead. There's a weird sort of panic buildup in the base of my gut. It's all getting too much. The walls suddenly feel closer, a lot closer. My mouth feels like it's been stuffed by cotton balls. Beads of sweat are already starting to gather in the back of my neck. Are you alright? Gidget's brow forms two twin arcs. Then she leans forward, one hand sliding across the table with my wrist. You poor thing. I know. Today must have been very confusing and overwhelming for you. But don't worry, everything will be fine now. Fingers over my skin, my arm. I'll take care of you now. That's. Why don't I get you both rooms for the night? I know, in spite of myself. I am tired. Exhausted, even. And bed sounds absolutely delightful right now. Oh, perfect. Come then. She raises to her feet with a sickly sweet smile, the hand on my wrist moving to my upper arm to tug me up. As soon as I stand up with a wobble, she laces her arm around mine. I can feel her chest pushing up against my skin. Let's go get the keys from Mrs. Graham. She leads me over to the counter, Genzo following reluctantly behind. She seems positively giddy, giving my arm a little squeeze, then snaking her hand in mine, and twining her fingers. I try to jerk away, only for her fingers to clamp down so hard that it's like my hand is in a vice. I bite down on my lip until I taste blood. 2 keys, please, Miss Graham. These 2 gentlemen would like to stay the night. Of course, dear. The woman back of the counter smiles and procures sets of keys from the back wall, placing them in Gidget's outstretched hand. They can stay as long as they like. Then we're headed upstairs, up and away from the sounds of the bar, into a quiet hallway lined with doors. Gidget twists one of the keys in the door up on the right and pops it open. Here you go, Genzo. This is your room. Oh? Genzo scratches back at his neck. I mean, if you want to keep drinking, that's also fine. But at least now you have a room and keys, Iggy and I are going to retire, though. That's so. Genzo gaze go down to mine, looking for confirmation. I mean, I am pretty tired. At this point, I just want to get inside and close the door and go to sleep. And if that means playing along with Gidget until she gives me the keys, then so be it. I think we'll feel better in the morning. Quite right. Both of you need your rest. Gidget just nods, then stares pointedly at Genzo. Right. Genzo just mumbles, but he starts open towards the open door. I guess, right, guys. He takes one last glance at us and then disappears inside the room. Gidget immediately begins tugging me further down the hall. Your room is this way, Iggy. Thank God, I'm just about spent. I can only imagine. She locks the third door on the left, popping open the door, revealing a cozy room outfitted with a bed, wardrobe, and desk. Something about the sight of it makes me instantly relax. Soon I'll be alone. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then. I tuck myself away from her grip and step inside. Thanks for everything. This is really, nice. She just smiles and walks in after me. Oh, I press our lips together. She shuts the door behind us. Pinpricks of sweat begin to form across my forehead. I can feel my throat start to go dry. Gidget, I'm sorry if I gave you some kind of wrong impression, but I really just wanted to sleep. It's okay, Iggy. You're confused. I know. She takes steps towards me. No, actually, I'm not. I do just want to sleep. I take a step back. No confusion there. I raise my arms in what I hope is a harmless gesture of comical misunderstanding. Gidget just shakes her head. There's a strange look of pity in her eyes. Oh, Iggy, you poor thing. But it's okay, you're with me now. Everything's going to be just fine. Everything's already fine. I shoot a glance towards the door. Something's not right. Something's not right. Or at least it will be tomorrow, after I've had a good night's sleep in this bed, all by myself. I feel like Iggy's like, looking at her like, just take the fucking hint. I start sneaking in the direction of the door, slowly and carefully. I'll train you, Iggy, rebuild you from the ground up. Then you won't have to be confused anymore. You'll know exactly what you want. Oh, yep, yep. I was waiting for that. She brings her hands to her cheeks and smiles. That smile. There's something wrong with it. Something that makes very core of my shakes the very core of my being. The tendrils of panic tickling my diaphragm suddenly clamp around my heart. I feel the air leaving my lungs. I need to get out. I've got to get out of here. I need to get out. I shut towards the door and grab the handle and wrench it open. What greets me on the other side is an empty hallway. Instead, one's filled with eager smiles, hungry eyes, and reaching hands. A group of fans from the table downstairs. They're crowding the door. The second door is open. They come pouring inside. What the fuck? I jump back. They come too quickly. Too many of them, practically fighting over themselves to come at me. They grab my arms, legs, latching on my thighs, toppling me to the ground with a dull thud. As much as I fight and kick and push and shove, I can't get them off me. I can't get out from under them. Oh, you're too kind, darlings. Gidget's smile stretches across from her face now. She bites down almost hungrily at her bottom lip. The best fans a goddess could ask for. She sighs in barely restrained delight. Raise him up for me, would you? I want to see his face. The arms clamp down and begin tugging and pulling me up away from the floor. I feel my arms get yanked back as a new pair of hands grabs my curls and twists my head upwards. Beautiful, another sigh. Gidget's face is flushed pink. Perhaps too beautiful, yes? Frown. That's why others want to take you from you for their own. We can't have that now, can we? You're mine and mine alone, Iggy. She giggles and dances off towards the desk. When she returns, she's holding a pair of scissors. Gidget, please, we can't. The editor jerked my head, cuts my words short. Tears spring to my eyes as I grit down on my teeth. You too beautiful. What can we do about that, Iggy? She practically sings. With a flash, she reaches forward and grabs a chunk of my hair, twisting it upwards painfully. Start here, shall we? As she begins to cut. She slices blades through chunks of my hair in great greedy handfuls, laughing and squealing as the severed curls fall to the floor. My head is wrenched left and right, her fingers tugging and pulling as the scissors snip and snap and send more errand pieces flying. She suddenly stops, grabs my cheeks. Beautiful. She stares into my eyes, face practically radiating heat. Beautiful. Then smashes her mouth against mine in a bruising kiss. In that second, I can't breathe. I can't see. I can't even think. She moans, sucking on my lip, but gums my tongue. Then as quickly as she starts, she pulls away, breath hot. Too beautiful. She wheels her hand back and backhands me across the face. The impact sends my hand reeling and starts dancing across my eyes. Her hands go back to my cheeks and redden bump forming across my skin. A beautiful color. She slaps me again harder, laughing and squealing. My face is burning and throbbing. More color. Jeez, honestly, I feel bad for Iggy at this point. Like, I feel really bad for him. He doesn't deserve this. She grabs my cheeks, clawing at them, digging her nails into the skin, pitching and clamping the skin between her fingers. Her thumbs go to my eyes. Oh, God, no. Oh, God. My head snaps backwards. Fuck, it hurts. Deep into the socket, they strain to my brain. It hurts. I open my mouth with a noiseless scream, but as every nerve across my face, my scalp sends electric shocks straight to my brain. I can feel my eyes popping. Bright white light flashes blinding. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. Gidget's grip loosens instantly. My head slumps downward. Can't see anything at first. Everything's black. Then slowly the light returns, blurry, warped, and red. Filled with red. Hot liquid seeps from the corners of my eyes, glide down to sting my cheeks. Huh? Hey, Iggy? Just wanted to check if you were doing okay. It's Genzo. My muscles snap into motion on instinct, head rising, lips parting. But his arm slams against my face before I can get a sound out. Her palms find my mouth. She wrenches my head towards her body. Everything's fine, Genzo. Iggy's already asleep. He was so exhausted after our activity. I blink against the tears, blood pooling in my eyes, struggling to breathe. Oh, Genzo's voice sounds so small. Okay, I'll see you both in the morning then. Okay, this I remember very clearly. If I shout for help, I'm going to die. And also, I saw in the Steam list, there's actually an achievement for getting every single possible way to die, which honestly, I don't know if I want to get that achievement. I'm just gonna stay quiet. I highly doubt I'll be able to get a sound out of my current position. Even trying would likely do nothing more than incur Gidget's wrath further. So instead, I just clench my eyes shut in a futile despair. Gidget runs a hand through my choppy, jagged hair again and again. There, he's gone now. Don't you worry. He wants to take you for himself, you see. But you're safe here, safe with me. She laughs, a delightful thrill that thrums against my face. Besides, look at you now. She pushes my head back, looking down at me, her eyes sunken and wild. Then presses her thumbs against my bruised cheeks, pulling back the skin, forcing my lips into a stretched smile. Blood from my eye oozes across her finger. No one would like you now, ugly little Iggy. Cutting your hair that short? What were you thinking? You got, you got, and you got yourself all cut up. You, why can't you do something more refined? You'd be prettier that way. Now the boys will never like you. Except for me, that is. I'm the only one there for you. The only one who ever cared for you. You'll be mine forever. My own little Iggy. She tilts her head forward, tracing her tongue up the side of my nose, all the way up to my forehead, smearing blood all the way along the path. Gidget, I finally managed to eke out, a voice hoarse and strained. Hush now, she coos, then traces her tongue downwards, past my lips, chin down the side of my neck. Aren't you a man? That is what you're supposed to want. She tucks my collar against my skin, then lets her finger start to trace down my chest. Or perhaps it's just that you haven't been with me yet. Down, down, down. My stomach recoils at the touch, setting the fabric of my shirt fluttering. Isn't that it, Iggy? Have you been saving yourself for me? That is what I'm supposed to want? My breath hitches, and I feel my throat constrict with a painful twist. You're so sweet, Iggy. To think you'd do something like that for me. Now her fingers on the fabric of my pants, tracing downwards. She leans in close, whispering right next to my ear. I've been saving myself for you too. Gidget, no. A sudden crack snaps my brain into attention. From the window. Glass is cracking? But I don't have to ponder the absurdity any longer because in the next second, the entire pane of glass comes buckling forward and a figure comes barreling through the fall with a jounce on the bed. Fuck. Not the best idea I ever had. Gidget waits at his shards of glass littering his arms and legs. Only to freeze when he sees what's happening in the middle of the room. What the fuck? Gidget spins around, face twisted. He's mine! She stumbles to her feet. You can't have him! Then lurches towards him. Gidget looks left and right, frantically searching. He hooks up his cap of his head, uses it like an oven mitt to grab one of the larger shards of glass atop the bed, wielding it as though it were like a dagger. Gidget crawls up into the bed, growling and snarling, reaching towards him. He responds with a slash that slices through her arms, hands, and blood splattering against the wall. But it doesn't seem to hinder her. She launches up straight at him, on top of him, slamming her fist into his chest and clawing at his face. I can't tell who's winning. All I see is a mess of flying arms and legs. The bed bounces, creaks, skin slapping on skin. Iggy, don't phrase it like that. Frank yelps and growls. Finally, Genzo lets out a yell and rolls over, taking her with him, spinning and spinning until they both fall on the floor with a thud. Giza suffers a brunt of it, her head cracking against the floorboards. And Genzo takes the opportunity to grab her and yank her to her feet, positioning her in a sharp glass just beneath her throat. She turns to me. He turns to me, to us, to a rabid group of fans I can hear hissing in fear at the sight of their idol in danger. Let him go, Genzo's voice is strangely calm. He presses the tip of a glass jar to Gija's neck. Let him go, or I kill her. There's a moment of hesitation, of uncertainty. I feel the bruising grips of my arms and legs begin to loosen, to fall away. I slump to the ground with a cough. Now step back, another jab of the glass. When they don't move, he takes a step forward, wrenching Gidget tighter in his grip. I said step back! Fans finally do as he says, hissing as they retreat to the far wall, almost like cornered snakes. Gidget laughs in a low-throaty chuckle. Aren't you sweet? The gallant savior. We both want the same thing. He shakes her head so hard her head snaps back with a jolt. Are you done? This is met with another giggle. Then, Iggs, can you walk? I stumble on my feet, head spinning. My vision is still blurry, but I know my head all the same, limping towards him. Gizzo must get a good look at me for the first time, because his eyes go wide with concern. Fuck. Oh, Iggy, sweet little Iggy. You don't want to leave me, do you? Gidget coos. Gizzo ignores her and nods his head in the direction of the door. I take the hint. You know, Gidge, this has been great and all, but I think we're gonna have to take a rain check, Genzo says. Then shoves her toward the bed and takes off. Go, 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 go! The two of us go streaking out the door back in the alleyway, even as Gidget's laughter pierces sounds behind us. I'm coming for you, Iggy! Just you wait, you will be mine! Another shriek of laughter. We make it for the stairs, stumble down the first floor. The music is still playing, the patrons still imbibing. They look up at us as we race and shove our way through. And then we make it for the door. Gidget appears at the top of the steps, pointing down at us and flanked by our groupies. Get them, you idiots! That's an order from your queen! Shit, 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 shit! We practically fly outside onto the night air, the sound of mugs slamming and chairs scooting right behind us. To the pier! Come on! Genzo yells, beckons me off to the right. I go careening after him, staggering and lurching, one hand on my head to keep from spinning. Around the next corner, my legs twist over themselves, give out, and send me face first into the brick. Fuck. Genzo runs back, yanking my shirt up on my shirt, tugging on my arms. He must do some mental calculations at this point because he looks at me. He looks behind us. Then the next moment, he's got my thighs as he scooped up over his shoulders, huffing and puffing and dashing down the street towards the pier as I hold him for dear life. Good thing you're light as a stick, he gasps out between breaths. We don't have too far to go, just down the winding road. But already I can hear footsteps behind us, lots of footsteps and shouts too. I don't dare look up, instead keeping my eyes clenched shut, my fingers clamped in the fabric of Genzo's jacket. Because I hear the gentle slap of water, I know we've reached the pier. Genzo stops momentarily, turning first right, then left. He starts forward again, towards the edge, towards the water. You're gonna have to jump for me, Eggs. My heart skips a beat, but I brace myself all the same. The next instant, Genzo drops me onto the ground. I look forward in time to see a little blue sloop from earlier. Genzo already at work on the rope, keeping it tied to the dock. I should have just jumped in, no questions asked. But in that one overly curious moment, I glance behind us. Instantly freeze. The whole town is racing down the road after us. Their feet slam against the brick, arms raised, shouts, yells, whoops, and hollers ripped from their throats. The entire army of the apocalypse is bearing down on us, ready to rend us limb from limb. Get in! I hear Genzo's voice, but it doesn't register. He's got the rope untied, but he can't seem to move. All I can do is stare at the teeming, writhing mob barreling towards us. God fucking damn it, Eggs! That's the last thing I hear. Organzo football tackles me square across the middle, both of us flying off the edge of the pier, landing hard into the bottom of the boat. My head rings, vision swaying, air knocked from my lungs, hovering up somewhere up above my gasping lips. Fuck! I hear Genzo groan. He's got his head clenched in his hands and curled into a ball next to me. We're both moving. We're moving away from the pier, away from the throng of angry townspeople. As the gaze clears, I could see them standing on the edge, shouting at us, shaking their fists as we float away. Genzo pushes himself to his feet and raises his own fist in return. Yeah, good riddance! I, however, stay down. The panic has finally begun to recede, but it leaves a hole in its place. A strange hole that leaves me somehow hollow, empty, feeling nothing and everything all at once. I raise my hand. It's shaking. Why is it shaking? Then the tears come, blurring my eyes, hot, stinging as they pull beneath the eyelids, wind rivers down my cheeks. Gizzo rose his face, repositioned his cap before returning his attention to me. He immediately blanches. Fuck eggs. She starts. He starts in, as he kneels down beside me, his voice catching. What did she do to you? You only look at him. Look at him as though I don't even know who he is. My chest is so tight I can't breathe. Genzo cleans me up as well as he can, using water from the lake to wipe at the blood on my cheeks and dab my eyes. I can't even imagine what it must look like. My vision still seems off. Everything has sort of a hazy outline to it. It's hard not to focus. It's hard to focus. Then we try to sleep. There's nothing else to do. But nothing but float. Float and wait. Close my eyes against the darkness, against the chill of the night air. But every time I do, I can see her face. I see those eyes devouring me and feel those thumbs digging into my brain. You'll be my forever, my own little leggy. I gasp and open my eyes, looking up at the sky and see the stars. My body shivers. I push myself to a seat, leaning forward on my knees. A chill sweeps up my arms and down my back. I see Genzo curled up on the other side of the boat. He's got his arms crossed in front of him. He's using his cap as a pillow, snoring softly. I move before I have a chance to think about it. Crawling over, my fingers trembling against the cold plastic of the boat beneath them. Genzo, I whisper, my voice swallowed up by the blackness. It leaves a hollow lump at the base of my throat. I suddenly feel incredibly exposed. Hmm? Genzo shifts, squinting up at me. He starts, he starts to get up, a look of worry crossing his face. I don't say anything. After one glance back at the spot I'd vacated moments earlier. Then lie down next to him in silence, my forehead just barely touching his shoulder. I feel Genzo tense next to me. Is this okay? I asked softly, hesitantly. He swallows hard. Of, of course, as long as it's okay with you. I let out a shuddered breath and close my eyes. Genzo finally seems to relax next to me. He lies back down and shifts again. When I creak my eye open to check, he seems to be struggling with where I put his hand. Where to put his hand. He hovers in the air momentarily, his fingertips just grazing the fabric of my shirt. Finally, however, up to the crook of, he curls it up to the crook of his elbow, lacing his arms across his chest. My eye flutters closed again, and this time I don't see her. We float across the water for the rest of the night. When I finally creak my blurry eyes open again, it's morning. The sun is well overhead, and we're surrounded by nothing but blue as far as the eye can see. Gizzo is already up, examining the pile of spare boards at the bottom of the boat. He looks tired, but smiles all the same when he sees me awake. We take turns rowing using the boards. I'm unsure if this does anything, but it at least feels more productive than sitting there twiddling our thumbs. We don't speak about what happened. That would make it too real. Instead, we sit mostly in silence, rowing, resting, watching the sun rise overhead, then begin its slow descent back down. The sky has just started to turn a soft shade of pink when Genzo makes a noise. He points in the direction we're floating. Spires on the horizon. Land! I smile in spite of myself. Thank fucking God. We both we both said to rowing now, anxious to be back on solid ground despite the fear of what might await us. Nothing could top what just happened at this point. Right? Right. Floating spires turn out to be attached to a castle. A large castle. As we row closer, it looms all the larger. Soaring walls, giant towers, twisting walkways, and glittering red peaks. Genzo silent as it looks up at it. I toss him a glance. Everything okay? Hmm? Oh, yeah. Everything's, right as rain. But I catch his smile falling once he thinks I looked away. Hmm. There's a scraping rumble beneath us, and the boat slows to a stop. We've hit land. There's no dock or pier, so instead, the lake simply glides up against the bank, almost like some kind of grassy beach. We hop out of the boat into the ankle-deep water and drag it the rest of the way. It's getting pretty dark now. I'm not too keen on walking around this place at night. I pad further up the bank, my feet squishing inside my shoes. What now? Genzo wanders over. For a second, he looks as though he wants me to say something, but he ultimately remains quiet. I see him scratch his calf inside of his foot. We check out the town, I say, breaking the silence. There might be some place for us to get some sleep. God knows we could both use a soft bed at this point. Yeah. Well, come on then. I start to turn away. Only for Genzo to step forward and grab my sleeve of my shirt. Iggy, But he doesn't continue. He stares there a moment, his brows furrowed, his breath heavy. I swear I catch the tiniest hint of pink on his cheeks. Then he seems to realize what he's doing because his eyes go to the grip of his fingers on my sleeve and jerks away with a start. Sorry. He mumbles, gaze dropping to the ground. Raise a brow. What is it? Nothing. Just me being stupid is all. But what else is new? Am I right or am I right? I blink. Right. Anyway, what were you saying? We find ourselves a place to shack up? Sounds great to me. God knows I'm about ready to lose my mind at this point. Just give me a few hours not to have to worry about whether or not my mom will have someone to take care of her in her ripe old age. Damn, is it getting dark out? Come on, eggs. Let's blow this popsicle stand before it's so dark we can't even see our own dicks. Your logically sound knight shall lead the way. And with that, he takes off. I watch him putter his way up the hill. What the fuck? But for multiple reasons, now's not exactly the best time for me to mulling over the complexities of Genzo's deteriorating psyche. So, with a little shake in my head, I start after him. Uh, Alright, I think this is actually a good place to leave this video here for now. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!